So Frank, I hear there's quite a buzz around this Liberty coach behind you. What's the story on this coach, sir?
Oh, this is a brand new 2022 quad slide. We just finished it about a week ago, and we've got it here on display at the Tampa Super Show.
Dean Lauk's Artist Series number 15, and I heard a rumor that the owner that custom built it may be willing to let go of it.
You know, in today's market, it's very possible. So if somebody comes up with a good number, I'm sure he'll probably take it.
Let's take a closer look at it and see what's going on. So a lot of exciting stuff happening at Liberty Coach right now. I hear you guys are going to be celebrating your 50th anniversary party here soon?
Yeah, that's right. 2022 marks the 50th anniversary of Liberty Coach. So we've got our big anniversary party, which coincides to the Stewart Rally that we're doing January 26th to the 29th. We've got all kinds of exciting things planned. We've just refreshed the entire interior of the dealership, so it has all fresh look to it, so we're really excited about that.
Over 50 years in business, your family has learned a lot, and in my opinion, this 2022 is the nicest motor coach available in the world right now. What separates you guys from everybody else?
You know, Andrew, we have been reflecting on that for the last few weeks because of interviews that we've done and articles that we've written and what have you, and I guess it really comes down to the fact that my brother and I followed my mom and dad's footsteps, and we always believed that this is something that we wanted to do from a very young age. And when they started it, I was 6 years old, Kurt was 4 years old. That was in 1968. And then we've always traveled in the coaches. We've always been a part of the manufacturing of them. We've always used the coach. We've been around the customer base. We believe that our input that we have has grown the industry to where it is today. The events that we plan, the events that my parents were involved in many, many years ago, starting with Illini Coachman and FMCA, being with the people, giving the people a reason to use the product so that they would stay together and stay excited about using coaches.
And I've got to get you to say it on camera. Is it true that you guys warranty squeaks and rattles to the original owner for the life of the coach?
It is. We have done that from the beginning. So as long as you own the coach, you have a lifetime workmanship warranty. When you buy the coach new, that includes squeaks and rattles. We do not tolerate it in any way, shape, or form. So you have a squeak or rattle in the coach and you bring it back, we will take care of it.
You're the only person in the industry I know that could say that. So what's going on in this particular coach? What's the story on this coach?
This coach is custom built for clients, and they had their own feeling and tweak of things that they wanted to do with Kim. Kim designed the interior with them, Kim being my sister-in-law, my brother Kurt's wife. And Kurt had a couple of things that he did with them as well. So it's exciting to see this come together. You're seeing a lot of backlit agate panels in the coach on the backsplashes and wall panels. That's pretty exciting. Gives a real nice, good dimensional feel to the coach as well. This being a quad slide, it's the flat floor, Prevost flat floor slide on the passenger side. The galley's over here. We have obviously kitchen sink here. This is a little different from doing the traditional. You'd see the stainless. This has a solid surface bottom mount or under counter mount. The Wolf cooktop unit. We've got the microwave here with the paddle doors so you can slide those back. Convection oven. Lots of drawer space in here as well. Everything is lined. So again, that helps us with no noise going down the road.
Yes, sir. Yeah, a lot of thought that has to go into that. And not only lined, but well lit. Every cabinet that you open up, it's not a dim light. It's very bright in here.
We transitioned into the LED world on the lighting back in 2012. In doing that, the interior of the coach stays cooler. We were able to cut probably about 45% of the amperage draw or power draw off the battery system. And when you look at what we've been doing with the lithium ion since 2010, we get to today in the 58 voltage systems. That is significant because it allows you to last so much longer for your air conditioning to run and other equipment to run on battery power, as opposed to having to always have the generator running or being plugged in.
Taking a step back to the cockpit area here, what's all going on in the cockpit up here?
Well, the cockpit area was designed by my brother in 2015-16. It encompasses 18 different molds going from the driver's left-hand panel across the front to the entry door. We upholster all that in-house. So if you get up close, you'll see the baseball stitch, if you will, like you see in the Bentleys and the Rolls Royces and the high-end Mercedes. You'll see that throughout in what we do here. It is a very pleasing and easy to use dash. Everything is within a finger's touch. The large iPad Pro has every function of the coach you need on that iPad, plus all of the cameras. So there's the 360 camera system that Liberty Coach brought into the market from Brigade back in Coach 798, which takes us back to 2016. The interior cameras, other exterior cameras, we have a hitch view camera that actually looks at the hitch ball, so you can see what's going on there all the time, plus any of the other functions of the coach can be done off the iPad.
So it's showing you the outside temperature.
Right, in North Chicago, Illinois. So we can cycle through and set favorites as well.
And then paint job of this coach in the background
Is the
of
back,
that as well.
Yeah, it's the back home screen.
What separates you from other Class A's in the industry? And then what separates Liberty Coach from other Prevost converters?
Well, as far as the Prevost shell, there is not another shell or vehicle out there in the industry. I don't care if it's Class A, if it's Newell, anything out there for travel that has the safety factors built into it. The driver assist on the Prevost, there's a heads-up collision alert system. You've got lane departure as well. You have the adaptive cruise control. The other thing is that Liberty Coach added exclusively a blind spot detection system on the 2021 model units. So you have full radar going down the side of the coach, so it is not obstructed by snow or rain or debris. And also it gives you detection approximately 20 feet to 30, about 20 feet behind you, so you can also tell when something's getting up close to your tow vehicle or your trailer. Now, as far as the structure goes, there's nothing built like a Prevost. There's nothing that drives like a Prevost. When you're going down the road, your positioning of the driver's seat to the rest of the coach gives you a better feel for how to put the coach in the lane and stay centered in the lane. The way the mirror system works and how easy it is to get from side to side on the mirrors. The way that the coach feels when it drives. It doesn't feel clumsy is probably the best term that was used by customers that have come from other coaches, even other Prevosts, to a Liberty Coach. Now that comes from the fact of how we balance the coach, front to rear and side to side. When we look at the bays of the coach, our front bays, the two bays are essentially empty because we want to have less weight up on the front axle, because that's where you get your steering as far as your oversteering or the push feel that you get. You have more tires in the back of the coach to be able to carry more weight, so we keep all of the heavy equipment toward the rear of the coach. Center of gravity, the way that we do our wiring, the way that the cabinetry is designed and done, keeps the center of gravity lower, so you don't get that tippy feel that you will in anything else. It's just not a part of our coach. The Prevost H345 is a stainless steel monocoque chassis. There are sub-assemblies that are steel that are underneath that, which the sub-assemblies would be your front axle and front suspension and your rear axles and rear suspension. But the rest of the coach is a stainless steel cage, if you will. You can get this coach into a very awkward position with the slides out or a couple of slides in and a couple slides out, and have in a very weird terrain and level it out. Every door in the bays are going to close properly and open properly. The front door is going to open and close properly because there's no twisting that can happen in the coach at all. If you go to the Prevost website, you can see the structure of the chassis. You can also go to the Liberty Coach website, and we have that on our website as well.
as we were getting ready to film, an owner of a competitor came up and was really hot on the lithium batteries, something that other RV manufacturers don't offer. How long have you guys been offering lithium batteries, and what are some of the benefits of that Volta system?
Well, it's interesting that he came up and talked to me, because he's wanted to meet me, because we are the only company in the industry that took the dive into lithium-ion technology now 12 years ago. And he's baffled by why the rest of our industry at this level doesn't give it a chance, if you will. I think they're confused or afraid of it for one reason or another, and it's because of the fact that they've tried it at some level, but they didn't go the whole 9 yards. Alternators, redesigning of the auto start systems for the generator, which we designed, because your lithium-ion technology is so different than gel batteries or lifeline batteries, AGM batteries, in how the math, if you will, to get to the point for the generator to start consistently at the same time and to charge consistently at the same levels. So the alternators have to talk to the system as well. There's a full battery management system on the Volta 58 volt system that we use that talks to everything, and we communicate to that as well through our CAN network. So it's complicated to get there. There's a big learning curve to get there, but once you're there, the system is pretty well bulletproof.
And talking about technology, you're the first that I know of to use the Maritz Octoplex system. What exactly does that do?
Well, the Maritz Octoplex system I brought into our industry in 2007, and every coach model year 2008 and up has that system in it. And what it is electronic programmable circuit breakers. So we can program the circuit breaker from 1 amp to 30 amp. They're in individual DC boxes. There's a series of 16 of them typically in there, and we can control the lighting from there. We can control all the different aspects of the interior DC voltage as well as the AC. So there's AC boxes as well, and those are circuit breakers that are remote control operated. We wrote the software to be able to communicate with that from Crestron, so we can now and have been able to control all that wirelessly as well. The beauty of the system is that you have a flat panel that gives you all the information of the system, each individual breaker. So if you trip a breaker, you're not having to unload cabinets to look for a fuse or unload bays to find something. It's on the flat panel. It's going to tell you which breaker is tripped because it'll be in red. You just touch that, it'll reset to green, and you're all set. So again, we're not having to pull out wiring schematics, wiring sheets, take the coach apart to find out why the couch doesn't move any longer or the passenger seat doesn't move.
Now, this being a quad slide, this has got a lot of room up front here. Is there any sleeping up front here, or is this...
This particular coach has a convertible couch. The cushions come off, and then you pull the system out, comes out to about here, has a air mattress that's inflatable and deflatable electronically, so then you've actually got, you can sleep 4 people in this coach very comfortably.
Yes, sir. And then I'm noticing a very large tablet over here, and I've got to get everyone a close-up. The textures on these walls are just incredible. But what's going on this tablet?
Well, that's an iPad that we use to communicate in the coach. It's very similar to the dash unit. It does everything that the dash unit does. However, it does not have the driving page, which you don't need for a regular inside the cabin of the coach or in the bedroom. So it has all the other features, controlling all the air conditioning, controlling the floor heat, monitoring the battery systems, monitoring the shore power, monitoring the generator systems as well. So the beauty of what we do here is we develop our own modules to be able to control and monitor all of the mechanical systems in the coach.
This could be turned into a desk area? What's all going on over here?
Sure is. So this is a pull-out desktop right here. And then we have the ability to store a printer down in this cabinet. We have the sound system for the front of the coach, and then storage below, say for paper, and then on the side also here.
And all very well lit.
Yes.
And then I even noticed, I've got to look, now is there some sort of ventilation going here? What's the purpose of those?
Ventilation for the stereo system for the surround sound processor, so it's ventilated properly. This has the single chair arrangement, which is getting to be more and more popular to have the single chair in our triple slide layouts as well. It's been requested in our double slides also, so it's got some good traction.
And then this breakfast bar, very popular in the Liberty coaches, but it seems like it's evolving a little bit. What's going on over here, sir?
Well, we've had some changes that we've done, has to do with on the countertop areas. We've had some customers request the removal of the TV, so it leaves a bigger window. We've also done, one of the videos we did before had a face-to-face booth, so we have a lot of options here. This by far has been the most popular for, boy, all of going back to I think 2006.
Yeah, it seems like a very practical setup, and I really like this kind of second level here, and then you've got the different levels of lighting as you go through this coach. There's just so much lighting going on. This is a 1.5 bath floor plan?
Yeah, it sure is. So we've got the mid bath right here.
Wow. Now this, it looks like it's an underlit stone, but is that an agate or is that a different type of stone?
It's an agate, yep.
It is an underlit agate.
Mm-hmm.
A beautiful artwork here in the half bathroom, tying in the exterior and interior. I always like to point out the different textures that you guys use on these doors. Just incredible.
Well, that and the fact the textures that we do, plus the framework of the door is solid. It's not honeycomb, it's not, you know, a plywood, if you will. It's a solid wood frame door. So nice and solid.
Yeah, and as we're walking through, I think we kind of walked right past the refrigerator,
yeah,
just because it's built in like it's a piece of furniture or part of the cabinetry that just, yeah, fits so well. What's going on here?
Well, that's a Fisher-Paykel unit that we've been using for the last 2 to 3 years. It's worked out really well in the coach. Its size, you know, its interior volume, the freezer section as well, and then you still, which a lot of people request, is the water dispenser in the door. The ice maker is built into the top drawer of the freezer section. And we have a pantry here, as opposed to doing a full height pantry in here. They decided to do a closet and then do storage drawers here. And then we have actually the full-size pantry over on this side here. But on the hallway here, we have 2 very large closets.
And I love how light everything is and finished out. Looks like a laundry hamper, yep, back
sure
here.
Is. Yep.
And then, and just even that laundry hamper, when I pull that in and out, it's just like a Mercedes-Benz or Rolls-Royce feel. And same thing with all these drawers, just top of the line. And then full-length mirror here. What a great use of that space. I love this all white. Is this like an automotive paint, or what type of a finish is that?
It is a laminate. It's a high gloss laminate. It comes in different colors and actually comes in a couple of different textures as well. And then the end caps that we do, the way that my brother Kurt designed the cabinetry and throughout the coach, these end caps are actually painted by us, buffed, painted, and installed by us in our shop. So you've got those along all the corners of the cabinets.
We've got the half bathroom back there, but what's going on?
The washer dryer.
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yep.
Oh wow, Bosch washer and dryer. That's top of the line, and all the little details like the lighting below the door. And then I just want to point, this is something I've never seen in any other motorhome. Just the style of the ventilation here above the washer and dryer. I've never seen that anywhere else.
Well, it's because of the steam dryers that we have to use today. So we have to get a lot of ventilation around it. That's why you see the relief here between the door and the bottom of the cabinet, so that air can ventilate up. We've got a fan on top of the roof of the coach to be able to pull the air through here so the unit will dry properly to get the heat out.
Yes, sir.
We've got a king-size bed back here, charging ports or flat charging ports here on either side on the nightstands. You've got a tower back here for USB and 110 outlets on either side.
Okay. And then this tablet bedside,
yep,
will that do everything we saw in,
yep,
the tablet in the living room?
Sure will. Plus there's a wired panel. One thing that I do in a coach, I don't ever want to get away from the redundancy. So if your wireless system goes down, you still have the backup of wired panels throughout the coach, and also touch panels, push button panels that are wired as well, so that you always have connectivity and you always have control of the interior of the coach and other aspects as well. So you're not dependent on one system. So that's one thing about the Liberty Coach compared to any other coach, period, is the redundancy that's built in.
Yeah, beautiful two-tone cabinetry and
nice drawers. All of the drawers that we do are all dovetailed.
And then is this stone, it's something kind of small, but really just a high-end look. Is this something that your design team does? Or
my sister-in-law, Kim, that's what she comes up with.
Just so cool how that stone matches the blankets and the rest of the pillows, and it all ties in with the exterior of the coach. Just a stunning design overall. And then this floor plan with the full bath and a half. What's all going on back here?
Well, when you get back in there, I think you're going to find that's probably the largest shower that's in the industry.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite large.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people feel really comfortable in there.
You want to do the shower test, Frank? And
like my dad would always do when you get into something, move your elbows around, make sure you got plenty of room. You know?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, this has got plenty of room, plenty of height, plenty of width. It's very comfortable. The entire coach is comfortable.
Yes, sir. And I know there's a lot of thought that goes into just the design and not just what we see, but what's underneath this to prevent it from leaking. You know, that's motorhomes, showers have leaks. It's known.
Right.
What do you do to prevent that?
That's one thing that you'll never find in a Liberty Coach. Many years ago, can't even remember how many years ago, we transitioned to the rock wall, like what you should find in your home. Instead of like a green board or something like that, it's a full rock wall that gets applied to the substructure of the showers. The pan is actually a stainless steel pan that we weld in-house, and then it's all cemented or mudded in, and then the tile is put on top of it. So there's no way that water can penetrate any part of the shower. It's just not a part of anything that we ever have to worry about or deal with.
Yes, sir. And a lot of light back here, just so bright.
This thing, the women just love this. There's so much light to be able to get ready and get everything going here. These other doors, we've got our electronics all set, nicely mounted, all neat, ventilated well. Also, there's another cabinet here where satellite receivers and other control aspects of the coach are mounted, so it's easy to service, easy to get to, well ventilated as well.
Yeah, and it looks like another underlit agate countertop back there.
That's all backlit. Yep.
Now, does the customer now on a spec coach? Does the customer, is that an option, or how does the pricing go? Because I know all these underlit agate countertops are extremely expensive, and I don't see that in every coach. Was that an option?
It's an option that some people have gone with. We've built a couple of units that on spec, but we haven't had a spec coach in almost 2 years. But we've done spec units with that, and some clients like it, some don't. They may just do a design tile wall. It kind of all depends on the individual.
Okay, I got to ask you about money on this coach, because this is a very rare opportunity. I've been hearing a little buzz around the show that the original owner of this coach is willing to sell it. Mm-hmm. How much money does someone need to become the next owner of this coach?
You'd be looking at 2.9 million to get to this coach, for sure.
If someone wanted to custom order a new Liberty coach right now, how far out are you on ordering a custom build?
We're looking at January of 23.
And this does have the Dean Laux Artist Series. This is a quad slide. This is about as optioned out as any Liberty coach on the road.
No question.
This is a rare opportunity. If someone wants this is the nicest motor coach available on the market right now. And now I heard a little buzz about a stacker trailer too that the owner might be willing to get rid of it as a package that could be painted.
That's a possibility, yes. There's a stacker trailer that's being built for the coach. It can be painted to match as well. That's a separate piece as far as that goes, but this is a very rare opportunity that we haven't seen for the last probably year and a half for someone to be able to get into a coach immediately as opposed to having to wait a year.
I will leave a link. We just filmed another 22 where we went in depth on the basement bays. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. Now you guys have pre-owned inventory as well. For a little less money. What's your pre-owned inventory? And
our pre-owned inventory right now is pretty low as well. I mean, it's not as bad as the new, but it's pretty low. We've got coaches that are coming in on trade throughout the year that are trade-ins on the new ones that are being built. Some of those already have deposits on them because they've been pre-sold because the market is so extremely hot. So you need to contact us via the email at coachsales@libertycoach.com. Get onto our website, libertycoach.com. Call us on the phone at 800-554-9877, and we'll be on top of it.
Awesome. Well, Frank, I greatly appreciate you taking the time to share with me and the folks out on YouTube this incredible coach. Greatly appreciate all of you out there on YouTube subscribing to the channel and liking these videos. I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Thank you, and looking forward to seeing you again, Andrew.